Man, Unfulfilled was a nightmare to shoot. That last shot, trying to pan back and keep the camera steady, getting the toaster in frame. Don't get me started on stop the motion. That thing was the Widowmaker. How long did we spend on set? 20 hours? More? And how many shots did I ruin halfway through by knocking something over? We'd have to start all over again. Good times. Good talk. Motion Assemble. This week I've been handpicking frames and slowly animating the footage shot over the last 2 weeks. Normally one would take static images for a project like this, but my camera isn't great at stills, so I decided to roll the camera and then grab individual frames that way. While this was a lot more taxing on storage, it did mean I was able to be a lot more fluid with jumping in, moving the filmmaker a touch, and then jumping back out. It's also been fun building up the realism of the world by adding Foley elements. It's incredible how just adding some real life sound to an artificial world can breathe life into your creation. Let's break down how Stop the Motion came together. One story, one scene, 2 pages of script, 554 words, one location, 22 hours on set, 10 actors, 8 hours editing, a 2-minute 27-second runtime, 397.2 GB footage shot, 1 crew member, 925 still images used, a $54 budget, our biggest budget yet, 16 patrons, processing fees $5.62, Patreon fees $2.70, the total to spend £35.63, £13 on actor fees, £9 on craft materials for the set, and £13.63 on music mastering. Put together with a minimal setup plus my new streaming lights. All coming together to make one movie in 1 month. The biggest challenge in making this film was by far operating the main character. This character was a steal at just £3 and much more manoeuvrable than anything I could have made out of clay, but it wasn't plain sailing and sometimes it just wouldn't move as I wanted. Costing the additional actors was a tough one. I can't use them for free, but calculating what was fair was tricky. Most of the items had been owned for years. Initially, I thought of a formula whereby I divide the cost of the item by the number of weeks they'd owned it, thereby working out what would be a fair rental cost for using them for a week. But when I asked the parents of the owners how many weeks they'd owned an individual character, they just gave me a "Are you kidding me?" look. So we settled on 50p per character per week. Finally, and not so much a challenge, is the experience of making the film with no other human interaction. With most of my films, I've at least been able to regale some of the funny moments on set with actors, but with this project it's been quite a solitary process. I'm pleased with how it's come out, but I'm definitely keen to bring others onto the crew in future films, budget permitting. If you're a patron of mine, then my heart is forever yours. Thank you for your support and dedication. I hope you and all my viewers enjoy this short. Stop the Motion is now live to watch. It's made with love from me to you. See you next month.